500,000 soldiers, but you estimate to be successful they would need 2 million.
Yeah, so experts are saying that Trump may deploy 500,000 troops, which is the bare minimum. And what I'm saying is that just to be, I mean, like militarily, you would need at least 2 million. Because remember, it's not just combat troops; it's also support as well. So you have to think about the logistics network that you need to protect, and that's the issue that they faced in the Iraq War in 2003. So, on the news, you saw these Americans doing thunder runs in Baghdad, and it was good optics. But what was not reported was that the American military was moving so fast throughout Iraq that their logistics network got left behind. So their transport was left behind, and it was easy prey for the Fahedin, which is the armed militia of the Iraqis. So even though the main military suffered greatly under the American attack, it was actually the armed militia, okay? And these are just volunteers. They were doing tremendous damage to the American military logistics network. And so the Americans are good at shock and awe. They're good at air wars, a quick in and out. They're bad at fighting a long-term ground war. In fact, I mean, the Americans have not fought a long-term ground war since Vietnam, and that was just a dumpster fire.
And there's a lot of analogies we can. Vietnam War seems like it's a repeat of this disaster. It's extremely unpopular with the youth. Vietnam War in Iran, you can see most people, besides the Western Iranian diaspora, which I'm so confused about that they're supporting of this, that they think that this is going to free Iran. But the similarities which you outlined, the fact that Vietnam won, I mean, they didn't lose the war because they have familiar terrain with the jungles. Iran is surrounded by a mountainous region, so if they do put a ground invasion into Iran, they can hide in the mountains and just play hide and seek until this is a failure. I'm also seeing the reports, so I want to get more into the strategy and asymmetrical warfare. But let's start with the pretext of this war. They keep saying that there were 30,000 protesters, which you have correctly pointed out was infiltrated by CIA Mossad, confirmed by Mike Pompeo, former CIA director under Trump's first administration. Is this 30,000 number correct? Because we haven't seen any footage of these bodies.
Well, the Iranians say 3,000. And so 30,000 is, I think, an exaggeration. I mean, the reality is that 30,000 is a very hard number to hide. So satellite imagery can give us mass graves. We would hear a lot about this from social media within Iran. I think $30,000 casualties is a very high number. I think it's more like 3,000. I mean, like these are people, right? So there are names, there are families, there's documentation.